In 1954, a businessman landed in Japan with valid documents, real visas, and a passport from a nation called Taured. There was only one problem. Taured did not exist. By the next morning, the man had vanished without a trace. Some believe he was a con artist. Others believe he came from another dimension. Decide for yourself. It was the summer of 1954 at the busy international airport in Tokyo, Japan. The day had started like any other. Travelers hurried through the terminal carrying suitcases, business people rushed to catch flights, and airport officials checked passports as passengers arrived from all over the world. Shortly after noon, a flight from Europe landed. Among the passengers was a well-dressed man in his 40s. Nothing about him seemed unusual at first. He wore a dark business suit, carried a leather briefcase, and appeared calm and confident. When he reached passport control, he handed his passport to the immigration officer. The officer glanced at the document. Then he frowned. Something was wrong. The passport appeared authentic. It contained official stamps from several countries. It had visas. It had security markings. Everything looked genuine. But there was one problem. The country listed on the passport did not exist. The passport stated that the man was a citizen of a nation called Taured. The immigration officer looked up. "Excuse me, sir," he said. "What country is Taured?" The traveler seemed confused. "What do you mean?" he replied. "My country. Taured. It has existed for over 1,000 years." The officer assumed there had been a misunderstanding. He pulled out a world map and placed it on the desk. "Can you show me where your country is located?" The traveler immediately pointed to the region between France and Spain. The place where the small European country of Andorra exists today. But when the officer explained that the area was called Andorra, the traveler became visibly upset. "No," he insisted. "This is Taured. It has always been Taured." Airport officials began asking more questions. The man spoke several languages fluently. His documents appeared real. His business papers listed companies from Taured. His driver's license had been issued in Taured. Even his bank documents came from Taured. Every piece of identification supported his story. Yet no country by that name existed anywhere in the world. As confusion spread, senior officials were called. The traveler explained that he was a businessman. He claimed he had visited Japan several times before without any problems. He also carried hotel reservations and meeting schedules proving that he expected a routine business trip. The more officials investigated, the stranger the situation became. Nothing suggested the man was lying. He seemed genuinely shocked that nobody recognized his country. Hours passed. Authorities could not determine who he really was. Since his documents could not be verified, officials decided to place him under temporary supervision while the investigation continued. The traveler protested. He demanded to contact his company. He demanded to speak with embassy officials. But no embassy of Taured existed. No telephone records could locate his company. No government had ever heard of his nation. Late that evening, authorities escorted him to a secure hotel near the airport. 2 guards were stationed outside his room. The room was located on an upper floor. The windows could not be opened wide enough for escape. The hallway was monitored. The guards received strict instructions. The man was not to leave under any circumstances. Inside the room, the traveler appeared exhausted. He told officials they were making a terrible mistake. Then he went to sleep. The next morning, investigators returned. They expected another long day of questioning. But when they opened the hotel room door, they froze. The room was empty. The traveler had vanished. His luggage was gone. His briefcase was gone. His documents were gone. There was no sign of forced entry. The guards swore nobody had entered or exited the room. The windows remained locked. The hallway had been watched all night. It was impossible. Yet the mysterious traveler had disappeared without a trace. Police searched the entire hotel. Nothing. They searched the airport. Nothing. No departure records. No witnesses. No evidence. The man from Taured had simply vanished. Over the following weeks, investigators reviewed every detail. They searched international databases. They examined records from dozens of countries. No one matching his description could be identified. No passport like his had ever been issued. No company from Taured existed. No bank from Taured existed. It was as though the traveler himself had never existed. Years passed. The story spread around the world. Some believed it was an elaborate hoax. Others suggested intelligence agencies were involved. But many people proposed a far stranger explanation. What if the traveler really came from another reality? What if, in his world, Taured existed exactly where Andorra exists in ours? What if, somehow, he had crossed into a different dimension? The theory sounded impossible. Yet it seemed to explain one disturbing fact. The traveler never appeared confused about who he was. He never acted like a criminal. He never behaved like someone telling a lie. Instead, he seemed genuinely bewildered that everyone else was wrong. To him, Taured was real. Its history was real. Its government was real. Its people were real. And perhaps, somewhere beyond our understanding, they still are. Even today, the mystery remains one of the most famous unexplained stories ever told. Was the man from Taured a victim of mistaken identity? A master con artist? A government experiment? Or a traveler from a parallel world who accidentally stepped into ours? No one knows. And unless the traveler ever returns, the secret of Taured may remain unsolved forever. The end.